What's up, y'all? All right. So today we're going to talk about client booking. And if this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, my name is Mary and I am a professional nail tech. I am in a suite and it is just me. So for the nail techs out there that are looking for a little bit of advice or maybe some ideas, whether you're new, old, reinventing yourself, whatever, uh, I'm here for you. Let's chat. And then also you guys can definitely, you guys and gals can definitely uh ask questions in the chat, or you can add to, or let's have a discussion about what we're talking about. So um little disclosure before I get started. No one is wrong, no one is right. Okay. We're all here to learn. So on my platform, I don't just be like, oh, well, I'm right because it's my platform. I'm not like that. I am very open to, suggestions and things like that. And I'm also open to helping people. I don't gatekeep over here. Any of the products that I use, you can find them in my videos. I state them, I put them on the screen, or sometimes I even put them in the description, but not too often. Normally it's in the video. So you have to watch the video to get what I'm using. Okay. So we're talking about booking, and most nail techs use a booking site, a self-service booking site. So those are, you know, they come a dime a dozen. I use Square. Right now I use the free version of Square, and they give you a lot for free. Okay. It can get costly on Square because you can, like, if you're running payroll for yourself, or if you have employees, fees can accumulate. If you get their register, their card reader, that can, accumulate fees, so on and so forth. But they give you a lot for free. Now, I have used Vagaro, and I used Vagaro more so when I was working in salons, and salons used Vagaro, but Vagaro is a good one too. And I know with Vagaro, it actually pulls people in. So, like, people can go on Vagaro, like, just people that are looking to shop from different merchants. I believe they can go on Vagaro and shop your business, on the website. So, I know that one costs. My light just turned off. Wow, how freaky is that? Okay, hold on one second, y'all. Wow, what the heck is going on with this? It ain't the power strip, because let's unplug it and plug it back. Oh my goodness. It ain't the power strip because everything else is plugged in. Let's use this one. Hold on. Let me get a different plug for my ring light. Use this. Going to reach. It's always something in my videos. It's always something. That light just straight up turned off on its own. I don't know what's going on with it, but it won't turn back on. So I'm going to use a different outlet. There we go. I don't know if it's just that box that I'm using, but all right, we're back. Sorry about that. That was just crazy. My ring light just shut off, and nothing's touching my cord, my plug, or none of that. So I just put in the extension cord. All right, so yeah, Vagaro. I believe it's like $28 a month if you want to use them, but that's a really good booking site, and so many other. There's Booksy. If you don't know which ones to use, I know when you go to Instagram and you try to set up your booking link, it has a list of different ones you can use. And even Facebook offers free booking, and it links with your Google Calendar and you get notifications and things like that. I used that one starting out because I was just big on Facebook. I don't use it no more because it's kind of redundant to have too many booking sites. It's just more work. Um, let's get into clients and booking. Okay. Some things y'all might want to do to make it easier on yourself. Now, I commend those that are still using the old method of pen and paper, penciling people in and having a appointment book. But if you're just a independent nail tech and it's just you, you're doing way too much work. Okay. Make it easier on yourself by getting a booking site. And like I said, I've named free ones. And even Vagaro has like a free trial. This video is not sponsored by anyone. This is just me giving, advice from nail tech to nail tech. Sorry, I look rough. I'm busy. And child, something had to give. So it was my hair. But it ain't nappy though. But yeah. So, anywho, you might want to adopt a policy. Okay. You might want to adopt a booking policy. For me, I do not allow same day booking. I don't have walk ins just because of my setup. Now, if you have a setup to where you can take walk ins, you can have same day booking, great. But if you are, once again, I'm going to use myself as an example. If you are someone that's independent and you're in a business type setting, you may want to make it easy for yourself. Now, if you are somebody that just sits at your salon, whether you have clients or not, that's awesome. I'm working to get to that. I don't do that. I go up there when I have something to do on the back end, or if I have appointments, I'm definitely there. And even when I'm doing appointments, I'm not answering my phone. I'm not playing receptionist because these people are paying me. They actually already booked. I'm not trying to do this. Yeah, yeah, my phone broke. But yeah, yeah, I'm not doing that. My focus is on them because they're paying me right there. Okay. And they'll, once they come to your environment, the people that are trying to book, once they come and see how you run things and they see that it is just you, they'll develop an understanding. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, it's just her. And you know what? She was focused on me. I actually got a good review for that. She was focused on me in that hour and a half or whatever. And she didn't answer the phone. I'm not, because this person has already paid me. This person is about to pay me or whatever the case may be. I'm focused on them. So that's why I have that policy. And on Square, it allows you to put, different updates and banners and pop-ups and information on your site so that you can convey that. Please only use my number if you have a question about a booking. But any questions that a person has, you have to make that easily accessible, whether it's through your social media, whether it's through your Google, whether it's through your website. These are things that's going to help you, the nail tech, the business person. And even if you don't do nails, if you could take this for a restaurant or a catering business or whatever, I always say that in all my videos. It's just that I'm a nail tech and I'm here to help other nail techs. So you can definitely, you know, communicate as much information as you can to cut down the amount of calls or, amount of emails or, messages that you're getting. Because people, one thing I've noticed with my business, people are lazy. Okay. Now, if I didn't have a booking site and I had it to where y'all had to call in, they would be complaining about that. But I have a booking site. I've had people say, oh, your site doesn't work. And I know it does because I have other people booking. And they're just too, I've only had one person say that, but they'll try different things, is what I'm getting at. They'll say, oh, your site doesn't work, or I don't see a service for this, or they'll just say, things to try to get you to book them on the phone. What you do then is redirect them to the website. Well, I'm on the phone. I'm willing to help you. What are you trying to book? I'm trying to book a manicure. Okay, what day are you trying to book? I'm trying to book for tomorrow, February, what's tomorrow? 7th. Okay, you go to that service, click continue. Just walk them through it. Just walk them through it. Because I did just a month ago, I was like just writing their information down on the phone and then going in and making them a profile. That's one thing I tell them. Like, you have to, with Square and Vagaro and a lot of other booking sites, you have to go and make a profile. So I tell them that I'm not able to make your profile because I don't have your information. Just make a profile, and the times, that are available is going to pop up for that service. Because they have to pick a service before they even can see my calendar. They have to click on the service. So it's not just like my calendar is right there. You can see when I'm busy and when I'm not. It's not like that. Thank God. Okay. But I think that's what people are expecting. So it's like they're not used to my site. But it's really simple. It's easier than going on Amazon and shopping for something. It's really easy. So you I say all this to say, you the nail tech, make it easy as possible for your customers to book with you. A lot of people, especially on social media, I see this a lot, and it's not a bad thing, but I don't know their situations, but I know there are a lot of nail techs that say DM me for an appointment. You don't know their location. You don't have their phone number. They're asking for a deposit. Those are red flag. First of all, that's a big red flag, because if I don't know where you're located, why would I send you a deposit? If you don't have a website, why would I send you a deposit? You might not even be an accredited business. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to be smart, because I know in 2020 during the current quarantine, a lot of people were getting got. Okay, because people was posing as businesses and posing as this, posing as that, and people were sending them deposits, and then boof, they was gone and they went with their money. You know, and really do not. I say this is a red flag, but this is not to diss anybody that uses Cash App. But Cash App is not like a lucrative form of payment for a business. You want to go with somebody that has, you know, Square, regard, like more, you know what I'm saying? More professional ways of paying. You can Cash App anybody. You can Cash App anybody. Um, a 2-year-old could have a Cash App. You know what I'm saying? So, Cash App is just that. You're sending somebody cash. Okay. Um, However, there are ways with your financial institution of getting recouping those funds if you've been got. But I say just, those are some red flags. You know, if they're telling you to DM them for an appointment, or they're telling you you got to send me a deposit via Cash App before, for this amount, you know, and a lot of that's why I don't do deposits, because I see a lot of people deposits are high. Some people want you to pay in advance before you even get the service, and it's like, ugh, I don't even know if I'm gonna like your nails, so I'm gonna get a discount. How am I gonna get my money back? So if I was to, me personally, if I was to pay a deposit to a company or a business for a service or a good that I hadn't received yet, I would definitely only pay like $10, and even then, that's 10 hard earned dollars of mine. So, but you want to make it as easy as possible, because consumers, us as consumers, we want it fast, we want it easy, we want it now, we want it painless, right? Because I'm a consumer still too. So you want to keep that in mind about your customers. Try to make it as easy, clean, clear cut as possible. I've actually gone on here and shown my booking site. I know I did, at least on my Facebook. So we did a whole live where I shared my screen and I went through my booking site. It's really, really easy. However, I still do get those people that just don't get it, or they don't want to get it. They're just like, I'm just gonna call and make an appointment. And I'm not that. We're getting out of that. And it's usually the older generations that do that. The younger ones, they get it. You know what I'm saying? Because they have hairdressers or they've worked with other places. Maybe they have a business of their own. They just get that we're in a technical age where technology has taken over. We're dealing away with pen and paper. It's technology. It's all, they make our cell phones. You can't even operate a cell phone without a Gmail or a Yahoo, or some type of email account, right? So we're living in a technical age. So even something as simple as booking our appointments for hair, nails, what have you, makeup, there, it's all on your phone or your computer or your device, your technical device. So I try to just redirect them. Okay. When they are on the phone and they want me to do the work for them, I try to redirect them, because like I said, most of the time I am with a client, and when I'm with a client, I do not like taking time away from my clients. Okay. Let's see. Do I have any questions in my inbox about booking? Because I do get questions from new nail techs all the time, or people that's thinking about becoming a nail tech, and they think of some really good questions. So We're just going to see and check if I have any questions in any of my inbox. So, like, I was getting into the whole 24-hour booking in advance, and that's just for me because it's to help me plan my day. Like I said, I do not just sit at my salon every day and wait for people because I do not have the staffing to just take walk-ins. Because if I say, hey, I take walk-ins, what I'll get is like five people wanting services at the same time, and it's just me. I can't do five services. I can't even do two services at one time. I just can't. It's a one at a time. So if even when a person comes to me and they want manicure pedicure, they're getting either or at one time. They're going to get both, but it's just one at a time. I know that salons are starting to do this now where people are getting a pedicure and they have one person working on their hands. For me personally, I feel like you can't even enjoy your service like that. I wouldn't want somebody, because you're like, somebody poke you here, and somebody poke you here, somebody use the e-file over your cuticle here, somebody use your feet. They're getting their hands and their feet done, and that might be great for people that are busy and they really need their services. But I know that when I was working in one salon, they were trying to get me to do a manicure on somebody, pedicure, and I said no. Number one, I didn't learn standing nails or standing nails. I didn't learn how to do nails standing up. I didn't learn that way, and it's not comfortable for me. We're supposed to sit ergonomically. Okay, we're supposed to sit upright so we don't wear our bodies, because our backs, our wrists, our elbows, our shoulders, our legs, our feet, all of that goes into doing nails. Okay, our bodies goes into doing nails, and we're supposed to sit ergonomically so that way we do not injure ourselves, so that we can have longevity in our career, right? So I don't do standing up. I don't do I'll book you standing up, but I don't do nails standing up. So when I expressed that to the salon owner, she was like, okay, it wasn't a big deal. But I was just like, I don't do that. I have to sit down. I have to sit with my feet flat on the ground, my back straight, and like when I was in school, how I learned. Um, and I never did it when, before I went to school and I was doing my own nails. I never sat there or stood up and did my nails. I might have did it once and I got the picture to prove it, and it was ugly. It didn't turn out right. So I don't, that's just not, you know, don't let anybody pressure you into doing what they want you to do. It comes with time. And when you first start off, especially on your own, even in a salon too, you have to learn your groove. You have to learn uh what is going to work for you. Okay, what processes, what order of operations and things like that you're going to use. And each person is different. Okay, are you going to do the manicure first? Are you going to do the pedicure first? Does it even matter to you? If somebody's getting two services, if they're getting hands and feet, you know with that, it doesn't matter for me. I kind of just fill the customer out, or I just prep on how I'm feeling. Like, I'm going to do their pedicure first because that takes a little longer than me doing their manicure, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So those types of things you're going to just have to figure out. Also, even with your policy, you're going to have to figure those things out on your own. It really takes a lot. That's why I come on here and I do these lives and I chit chat with y'all about this stuff. There's a lot of people doing the nails, and I still come on here live and do the nails for y'all. But outside of that, if okay, say you got the nails, but you still like scratching your head on the business side of it, like, how should I run this thing? How do I manage this thing? This is where Ms.MaryNailz come into play, because I give y'all the cute nails and the designs and stuff too, but I also give y'all the back end stuff that no other nail tech is really talking about, because they're trying to get their numbers up. So turn me up, get my numbers up, because I'm sharing with y'all ways to manage your business. Okay, that's going to help you so that you're not overwhelmed and you're stressed. So number one, get you a booking site. Number two, lay the law. Okay, lay the law, and then don't be afraid to stick with it, because this was something that I did for 2 years. I was afraid to stick to my rules. I was always bending my rules, and guess what? When you bend them once, you're going to continuously bend them, and then guess who becomes stressed and unhappy? You, the nail tech. So have your rules. Know that in your mind you can't please everybody. There's going to be people that are disrespectful and dissatisfied because they couldn't book the same day. I've had that happen just in the last couple weeks. I'm sorry, ma'am, but that's just my policy. And it's stated on my booking site, so that way I'm covered. So they can't say, well, I didn't know. You don't know because you didn't read. It's on there. There's no 24, there's a 24 booking policy, and there's also a 24 booking cancellation. You have to let me know when you're going to cancel. Now, I don't have a cancellation fee as of right now, but it is coming, because you do with Square, you do have to in order for them to have to put their card in, you have to have a paid subscription. So right now I don't have to where I can, find them if they cancel 10 minutes. So I get a lot of, I don't get too many. It's not too bad. I don't get too many cancellations, but I've had a couple and I'm like, damn it. See, if I had that cancellation fee, that would have stopped that. Okay. And Vagaro is big on that. Okay. A lot of them are. But with Square, it's not a free feature. You have to pay for that feature. So I do have a 24-hour booking policy, and I do also have a 24-hour booking or cancellation policy. Ooh, that's a lot. So, and you can use Google. Google is your friend. As a nail tech, Google has helped me a lot. Okay, Google and YouTube has helped me a lot with a lot of the back end stuff. Okay, so there are some sites also. If you're somebody that is struggling with like promotions and stuff, there are some external sites outside of social media that you can get on to promote your business. Now, just know with promotions, you are going to pay something. Okay, just like with social media. Now, people, you might get lucky on social media and have people share your stuff for free, especially if you know a lot of people and you can get them to share your nails, your pictures, uh, different, you know, flyers you might make, but you're going to pay for those ads. Okay. You're going to pay for those. So just know that you have to pay for your advertisement, your marketing, your promotions. You have to pay for those things. So I think a lot of people think like, oh, I shouldn't have to pay. But in all actuality, think about it. If you're on this site and they're pushing out your brand, they're promoting your business, and they're putting in front of thousands of people for you, why wouldn't you want to pay a small percentage to that company? That's just common sense. There are some sites that people have told me to steer clear from. I'm not going to say them because I personally have found one of those sites to be helpful to me in my business. But that's just different strokes for different folks. Some people are a glass is half full type of person, me, and some people are a glass is half empty type of person. Okay, so it's all about perception. But don't let no one tell you, oh, you're not charging enough, you're not doing this right, you need to extend your hours, or you're working too long hours, you need another off day. Don't let nobody, you do what you got to be confident in your business and know that you are running the business the best way you see fit for your business. Okay? The only way you should be taking somebody's advice when it comes to business is if you're in business with that person. Okay, essentially. Now, advice is different, but advice like what should I do or what worked or what didn't work for you. But still, ultimately, like me, I'm giving free advice, pro bono. All right. This is just to give you an idea. Essentially, the decision is ultimately up to you. So I just went in and typed booking nail techs, and so much booked in Zanotti. There's so many different ones that pop up. So many, what is it called? Nail salon scheduling software that are free. So if you're having some trouble with picking one, I like Square. I am looking to, compare it to something else. Like I said, I have used Vagaro, but it was a paid subscription through the salons that I worked in that used Vagaro. Now, one thing I don't like about Vagaro, okay, because I was a booth rent nail tech when I used Vagaro 2 times. Once they, y'all say you leave the salon, mutual split, whatever, you get fired, whatever happens, they can cut off your Vagaro and then you cannot get your payments sent to you. You have to contact that salon and say, hey, can I get for tax purposes, you need those, right? But this is why I keep an Excel sheet on my computer. So when it comes to who nails I did, when, how much they paid, what type of service they got. At the end of each day, I go on my Excel sheet and I type it in, especially when I was working in other people's salons, because when I was using their Vagaro account and they had me just as an extra user on their account, they can cut it off, block you, and then you can't get your sales summary. That's what it is, your sales summary. So that one thing I don't like about Vagaro, like, and they were so quick to do that. And I was just like, because really what they were doing was trying to make sure I didn't take their clients, which I didn't want none of their clients anyway. Because if I did, I would have stayed at those salons. So that's the one thing I didn't like about Vagaro. I was like, damn, all I want is my sales summary. Oh, well, I guess I will rely on my Excel sheet. And I honestly do. So that's something y'all might want to adopt too. Now, those of y'all that are on Instagram claiming y'all busy and y'all got 8 people a day, find the time to do it, maybe on a Saturday, and go in and type in all those people. But it's very helpful to have a backup, because let me tell you, technology crashes from time to time. So I do have an Excel sheet, and thank God I did that, because when I did my taxes this year, that came in handy because I didn't have my Vagaros from when I worked in salons. So that is one thing. Telling y'all, make y'all an Excel sheet. And then if you need proof for your tax preparer or your CPA or whatever it's called, I think it is certified professional assistant, well, yeah, whatever, your your accountant, um, then you can probably have them get a hold of whatever salon or Vagaro to get your information. But if I think you can, like, run it and they send you emails daily. I would even do that if you are using Vagaro or a booking system through a salon. Just make sure you're running your sales summary daily and email it to yourself, because as soon as you leave that salon, it's just like they cut it off. They don't waste no time in cutting off your profile. So, uh, yeah, these are just some back end. I know this is stuff people don't want to hear, but I'm telling you, this is stuff that I wish people would have told me. I know y'all want to see the nails. Y'all want to see. There's a million people out here doing cute ass nails on YouTube. Me, I'm going to talk about the business side of it. I'm going to talk about the stuff, the nitty gritty, the stuff that people don't want to talk about because they probably don't know themselves, and they're probably doing nails under the table, most of them. So I'm going to talk about the stuff to make you legit. Okay. So today we're talking about booking, and it's a wonderful thing, because when I started out, I was doing pencil and paper, and it was annoying. I had an address book or an appointment book. I still have that appointment book just because it's like a keepsake for me now. That was my first way of booking. I did that, and I also had the Facebook free booking, because you can make a booking link on your Facebook. Um, the only thing is, with Facebook, there's no, cancellation um, policy like thing. What am I trying to think of? There's no, like, protection for your appointments, because they can just go in and cancel it and nothing happens. Now, I know on Marketplace on Facebook you can take payments, but I believe you can't even take payments on Facebook for your appointments. So it's pros and cons to using Facebook. Like, if you just want people to be able to book you and you keep a calendar, it's cool starting off. But once you get things going, like, I like Square because it keeps track of my payments, it keeps track of my payroll. I can even, there's so much you can do with Square. You can get your HRA account, which is health insurance for yourself. Um, it's pretty much like QuickBooks. If y'all use QuickBooks, you can have your QuickBooks set up to your Square, so you can just transfer information over to your QuickBooks. All of that. It does a lot. So I like Square. And then you do get a free Square reader, which is the little thing where you can swipe people card for payments. It processes payments. Now, there is like a 6% fee for your payments each time you run your payments. Um, but that's nothing. Once you start getting a lot of customers, then you can get the paid subscription, and then that processing fee does come down. There are people that complain about the processing fees with booking sites. What do you think? You're running payment. These people are providing a service to your business. You got to pay for stuff in this life. Nothing is just completely free. I still like Square. So, like I said, this live is not sponsored by Vagaro, Square, or anybody. It's just me giving the real, and people don't like to share what they're doing. Um, I'm gonna type in something real quick. What should a for those of you that are clicking on this live, I appreciate the likes. Um, Make sure that you are leaving questions. If you let me know if you're a nail tech, let me know if you're not. Let me see if I can get my comments up here. Live chat. Okay, there's nothing in the live chat right now, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I am a real person. So, um, a point fix, style seat. Those are some other ones that I'm seeing. Nail endeavor. I mean, your typical nail salons are going to be the ones where you call in and make an appointment. Now, I do have my number listed on my site because if you have a question, say, because I have like 4 different pedicures that they can get. They can get their basic pedicure, they can get their spa pedicure, they can get, I think it's three, maybe it's three pedicure, spa, pedicure. Then I have one called the Works, and the Works comes with paraffin wax, okay, and an extended massage. Your pedicure is going to come with the basics. It's going to come with your nail trimming, your dead skin exfoliation to an extent, because if you got years of dead skin, we can't get that off anyway. You're going to have to keep making appointments and keep up on your treatment on your feet. That's one thing I couldn't stand working for other salons. They'll call in and say, "Oh, Mary did my pedicure and I still have dry skin on my feet." You're going to have dry skin because I've done this before. I've sanded someone's feet and I made the skin a little raw. And I didn't know, I couldn't tell because they had so much dead skin. So I let them know, like, I put some alcohol, some antiseptic on it and make sure it was cleaned. And then I, treated, the feet as best I could. Um, and they were fine with that. But to avoid that from happening, don't try to remove all their dead skin. And I can't stand when I work in someone else's salon and they say, "Oh, she didn't get my pedicure that good. My feet still look dry." Or my That's because you have to stay on your pedicure. You can't come once every 5 years or once a year to get a pedicure and expect us to be able to get all the dead skin off your feet. But they teach you that in school. They teach you that in school. So it's up to you to educate your clients on that type of stuff. But I couldn't stand that. I was like, I can't wait till I get on my own. That way I can actually educate these people. And then, like, I would try to educate them when I worked for other salons, and people were getting mad that I was doing that. So, but I don't see why, because that's making the salon money. If I'm telling somebody they need to come back repetitiously, like on a regular, and ideally you should want to get, depending on your situation. Like if you have some calluses that you're working on, I say get a callus treatment once a week for until you see improvement. To come just get a soak and an exfoliation. That's all you need to do, and then like a good moisturizer for calluses. But just like your regular pedicure, you just want to stay on your feet. You might have some dry skin on your heels because we all get that, in the wintertime for the most part. Um, I say once a month or maybe even twice a month. Once a month will be good enough though. You don't need to book a pedicure every 2 weeks. You don't need to book a pedicure if you just got, typical feet, you know, moisturize your feet at home in between pedicures, put socks on at night, things like that. These are things that I feel is common sense, but if you don't know, you don't know. Because there's things with hair that I don't know, but I'm the same way with my hair. I moisturize my hair as often as I need. Like I need some moisturizer right now. My ends are a little dry. I keep heat off my hair, things like that. I sleep with a silk hair tie at night to keep my hair, from touching the cotton pillows and getting split ends. So it's the same way with your nails, your hands, and your feet. You got to keep up on the maintenance of your nails. I can tell those people that don't get their nails done often or they just come and get a service once and then they don't upkeep their enhancement. Like they bite them off. Once they break a nail, they just go and bite all of them off. And that grates my nerves. It's like, if you don't plan on getting nails anymore for a long time, okay, fine, bite away. But you're not supposed to. You're taking off layers of your nail, right? Um, but I got on a whole nother topic. This ain't about booking anymore. But anyways, it's still interesting, right? But yeah, so I can tell those type of people versus the clients that actually stay on their, like, they'll come and get a feel. If they have a crack in their nail, they'll make an appointment to get the crack fixed. You can tell those different type of clients, okay? And you're going to have those people that just come when it's their birthday or tax time. You're going to have those aren't clients. Those are just loose leaf customers. And you should have perks for your customers. You should have perks for those that are your clients, the ones that actually book on a every 2 week or every week basis. You should have perks for them. Maybe create a loyalty program to make other people want to become a loyal customer. Don't expect, this is something I wish somebody would have told me when I got into nails. Don't expect people to just be loyal to you because you do nails or hair or makeup or braids or whatever you do. They're not. You have to make them want to. You have to give them incentive and an incentive as to why they should, because it's like a very competitive market. They have so many options to choose from. And especially with hair, because we all got family members that know how to do hair under the table. So, make it an incentive. And that's probably why I don't go get my hair done, because there's no incentive in it for me. I can go slap some relaxer in my hair and be fine. I could slap some crochet braids in my hair and be fine. There's no incentive for me coming to spend thousands of dollars with you to get my hair done. Make it an incentive. Thank you for hopping on here and hopping off. I hope you have a good day. So yeah, I'm speaking facts. Give me a like on your way out, because I'm speaking facts. Make it an incentive. And I do. I have a loyalty customer program, and with perks. I appreciate my people that actually book in advance and they book on a regular schedule. Those are clientele, and those are the ones you want to get. Okay, the people that come to you. I was reading one person's Instagram, and she was saying that you become a loyal customer, or you're considered a loyal client after your fourth appointment. I'd say that's about right. That's, I would agree with her on that. Um, but what happens if they come forward and then you don't see them no more? They're not a loyal customer no more, you know? So it's a very finicky market. You want to just make sure, the bottom line is, you just want to make sure everything that you're doing and providing is customer centered, is customer driven, and Nailspiration is just that. Let me tell you. Um, I've given away so many discounts, so many deals, or not deals. I don't do deals no more. I do specials. And I currently have a special going on right now uh for Valentine's Day, and it's running through the 17th. So next Friday it's no more, and until the next one. And I'm not going to keep running specials, but um this is how I got to build and try to find and sift through what's out there to build that loyal clientele base. Now, would I consider somebody, and this is a question actually somebody gave me, would I consider somebody a loyal customer that comes to me once every 6 months, but they've been coming to me for a few years? No, they're not. You got to think about it. The little $40, $50 or whatever, $100 even, that they're spending with you once in 6 months, you could have customers that's coming to you in those 6 months, and you've made that 4 or 5 times over, right? So that's just somebody that comes to you every once in a while. Okay. Still be appreciative, but of their services, or their, them choosing you, but giving them discounts and perks and extra bling, and no. And I made that mistake. And that's how I can speak on that, because I had that. You know what I'm saying? I've had that with a few people. They would just book. You always ask them after a service too. You always ask them, do you want to book 2 weeks for your field? No? Oh, okay. And if they are always like, no, I'll just book you when I need you. You don't want those type of customers. Don't make yourself susceptible to that, because then what you're doing, you're constantly hitting the phone or hitting the pavement or hitting whatever you're hitting and trying to get people you're constantly marketing. It's like you're doing double the work. So market yourself towards people that are going to actually book in advance. They're going to come to you like clockwork. That's clientele. Not just because, oh, you might have had 50 people this month, but the next month, who's to say you might only have 10? You want to get those people that are constantly booking with you. And this is something that I have not heard not one YouTuber talk about. Out of all the channels I done clicked on, big and small, I haven't heard one YouTuber other than myself talk about that. You want to have those people that are like, like clockwork. Sally is coming every 2 weeks to get her manicure on Friday. The only thing you don't know is the color she wants because she like to switch it up. That's all right. She still is a loyal customer. Okay, she still is a loyal client. So those are the things, those are the ones you want. That's how you can determine your clientele. Um, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I get more, you know, and it takes years to build that up, y'all. It takes years to build that up. It takes years to get your schedule full. I mean, it could take anywhere. I'm talking 5 to 10 years to get people to get the word out to you and get enough people to where you know what your paycheck is going to look like when every 2 weeks, every week, however often you pay yourself, because you have money that you can bet on, because you have people booking with you consistently. But one thing they do teach you in school is to consult with them in the beginning, do their service, and then afterwards ask them. So you got the acrylic nails today. You're going to need a fill in about a couple weeks. You want to go ahead and book that now, because I have an opening. I might not have an opening come 2 weeks, and you're going to need a fill. Your nails are going to grow out. And they'll be like, you know what? Some of them would be like, you know what? You're right. Let me go ahead and book my fill. Let me go ahead and get in. And this is one thing that I got to get back to. I used to be really good at this, but I kind of got out of it for a while. And now that I'm on my own, I do it sometimes. It's like 50-50. Okay. I read my clients is what I do. You got to do that. I'm good at reading people in general. So I definitely read my clients. Like if I know that this is somebody, I actually had somebody tell me the other day, oh no, I'm not going to come back. The honesty. Where is the soft? Where is the okay? And she's from Groupon, and a lot can be said about that. If you know, you know. Okay. I am running a Groupon special to get my name out there to different demographics. Okay. Because for so long, I've been hitting the pavement and I've been a marketing machine to one specific demographic and I've gotten nowhere. So I had to broaden my demographic. Okay. We can talk about promotions and stuff later, how to promote your business, because I'm still learning. That's why I haven't come on here tooting my horn about promoting. Okay. And I'm never going to talk about something I didn't try myself and I don't know what I'm talking about. But I digress. I was just like, okay. Basically, what she was saying was, as long as you have a Groupon, I'll come to you. But as soon as you don't have a Groupon, I won't be a regular. Okay. And I won't be available to you when you're blowing me up for this, that, and the third and little, menial things for your nails. And she definitely has been. You're going to get those customers that, if you're in school or new, you're going to get those customers that bug the hell out of you, because maybe, I don't know what's going on in their personal life, and maybe they don't have nobody to talk to, but you're their nail tech. And, oh, I got one little speckle that's missing. Can I come in? And you can either do one or two things: ignore it, bear it and grin. I wouldn't ignore it. I would just bear it and grin and, okay, yeah, sure, I can top coach you real quick, but do it on your terms. Okay. Another thing that you're going to get is you're going to get people, you're going to get a lot of stuff, but you're going to get people that want a whole lot for nothing. And those ain't the ones that, this is, what I was saying earlier, read people, read your customers. Okay. Read these type of people, read them. They're going to want the world for a discount. Those ain't the type of clientele you want. Maybe you do. I don't know. Everybody run their business different, but those aren't the type of customers I want. I don't want the bargain queens. And you're probably like, well, Mary, you're on Groupon. Yes, but I'm looking at the glasses half full because it's getting my name out there and my brand. There's so many more people that know about Nailspiration now that I'm on Groupon that didn't before, because they're reaching demographics and people that might not necessarily be on Instagram or Facebook, might not have seen my ads that I've ran. They might not have seen the commercial that I made. So that's what's keeping me on there. I've been on there for a little over a month, and things are honestly going pretty well. But there is a certain type of mentality of customer that comes from Groupon. You get those opportunists. You get people, that are nosy. You get people that expect the world just because they have a Groupon voucher. Um, you get people that feel like they don't have to follow the rules because they're from Groupon. It's a certain type, and you might feel like, dang, this ain't even worth it for me to even be on Groupon. But for me, because I'm new and I need a little help with getting the word out, I'm on there. So it's not all bad. It's actually for someone that's new. It's it's very helpful. I find it. You can find if you Google it, you can find a lot of cons as to why not to use Groupon. But I use Groupon, and I so far it's going well. Um, I understand that the numbers that I'm pulling on there, I have to pay for that. It's not going to just be free, So what they do is they take a portion and you get a portion. You put your product or your service on there, and then they discount it, to the customer. They only pay so much, so like do 30%. So say you have acrylic nails on there. Your acrylic nails are normally $100. If you do 50%, that's $50. Then Groupon takes a small fee out of that, and then the rest is yours. It's called a remittance. You get a remittance. And if you are in a good place to where you can do that, then I say do it. Me, I had a whole bunch of overstock, so I have the products. That's not an issue. But if you're somebody that don't have the products, you're new and starting out, and you don't have a bunch of gel polish, a bunch of dip, or whatever you're trying to do, then I would say don't do it because you're going to get busy. But if you're somebody like me who had a bunch of overstock because I kept buying stuff and you need to get it out like ASAP, do a Groupon. That's great for that. It's gonna sell like hotcakes. Now make sure it's good stuff and it ain't expired. But that goes without saying. But yeah, and mine's is. I just bought this stuff, but I had so much dip powder. I bought so much. Y'all saw it. Y'all seen the nail hauls on my page. And if you haven't, go over there and check it out. Hit the thumbs up and say hey. But I bought so much stuff. So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this stuff on Groupon for shellac manicure because I bought so much gel polish. I'm trying to get this stuff used up. So I don't have a problem with getting it out. It's versus throwing it away. I hear about nail techs throwing stuff away, and I'm like, you're throwing away your inventory. You're throwing away money. I'm just too business minded, I guess. I would put that stuff, I would rather do a Groupon and use that stuff. Okay. Get it out and make something from it versus just putting it in the trash and having it be a zero, you know? So that's why. So if anybody want to say anything about me being on Groupon, that's why. Okay. Number one, I'm new. I need to get the word out and reach different demographics. I'm trying to reach more than just one demographic. Okay. Number two, I had an overstock of pedicure stuff, dip powder, and shellac. Why not discount it and make some of my money back? And the way that it goes off of your pricing. So the way that I'm priced, I did go up on my pricing in 2023. I go up on it yearly because I remember when I was charging $25 for a full set because I did not believe in myself. And there is nothing wrong with that. Just keep in the back of your mind that one day you're going to get confident enough and good enough, because it's really about confidence, but you got to be good enough to charge more. And I knew that. And I had people telling me, well, you're not charging enough. I'm like, well, thank you for the compliment. because they thought my work was good. I didn't feel like my work was good enough to charge. I would tell myself, would I pay $25 for these? Now these, baby, I'll pay 75 for these because I've arrived. And that's about what I charge now, you know. So there, don't let anyone tell you you're not charging enough or you're not doing something right. It's about what you're confident in doing. New nail techs, let me tell you, because this was me just 2 years ago. I've been doing it for 3 years now. Just 2 years ago, I had people coming to me, and it was mainly like family members, people that was bold enough to tell me that I wasn't charging enough. And I'm like, well, thank you, but I'm not confident enough. But I ran a little test. The same person that was telling me I wasn't charging enough, when I charged her more, she was huffing and puffing and she wasn't happy. And I'm like, oh, but remember, I'm supposed to charge more. Instead of you just taking the $25 manicure and being happy, oh, what happened? They went up to 40 now. Oh, you still want me to charge more? No. So, you can't please everybody in this industry. But those that you can, be good to them. Just some ideas. If you are an independent nail tech, just a couple of ideas. Offer free water, coffee, refreshments, maybe some snacks like chips and stuff. You really ain't supposed to eat around nail stuff, but just little perks like that for your loyal customers. Okay. So I hope that this live has been helpful. I'm going to go ahead and get off here because I've been on here for 51 minutes and I've dropped a lot of jewels in this, y'all. And these are things that I am doing myself. If you are a new nail tech or just a nail tech, or maybe you do hair, maybe you're an esthetician, whatever you do, if you have any like business questions, marketing questions, or if you just need somebody that's a professional to talk to, I am here, y'all. I am looking for some business friends. I have none. Okay. I am looking for new business friends because I had to clean everything out and start fresh. So I'm looking for new business friends and people that are like-minded and want to win. Those of us that are doing everything by the book and we're not cutting no corners, and you want your brand, you take your brand seriously, come on over here. Let's start a conversation. Let's be friends and let's support one another, because support comes in many different forms, not just in the form of currency. It comes in the form of clicking a like. It comes in the form of a referral. It comes in the form of saying, hey, girl, you got this when I get on here and I'm crying or I'm upset. So I'm willing to do that. And honestly, I do that for just strangers and it goes unappreciated because I'll be liking people videos and subscribing to their channels. They never come and subscribe back. So I'm not doing that no more. But if you are somebody that come and subscribe here, I do subscribe back. So that's been Miss Mary Nails. That's been our chit chat today. And I will post this and put it on a replay for y'all because I really do want to help. No gatekeeping over here. Okay? Period. It's more than just the beautiful pieces of art that we do. And y'all really don't wear red, but y'all, I think I came live with y'all when I did these. I think I did. Yeah, I gotta post that video too. But it's more than just this. The business side, you gotta have your foundation. You gotta have your foundation laid so that you can do the beautiful nails and so that people will want to come to you. All right, y'all. Peace. That's it. I'm out.